So when you talk about patterns and when you talk about cycles, we live in a world of patterns and cycles in this physical reality. Patterns and cycles, years, minutes, all this patterns and cycles, seasons, all of this stuff. But it's patterns. We're built on patterns, and we pattern ourselves after people. So like Kobe Bryant patterned himself after Michael Jordan, right? It's a pattern. You follow this pattern. That pattern includes working your butt off in the gym and shooting all these shots. And yeah, it happens to be very beneficial for you to be in the same height and be able to have athletic ability, these things of that nature, right? But he's following a pattern, right? Um, Maybe LeBron James is following Michael Jordan's pattern. A lot of people are following Michael Jordan's pattern because they feel that is the greatest basketball player. If you're a basketball player, let's say the Messi guy, if you're a soccer player, you're going to follow that pattern to be the greatest or whatever, right? Now, let's say Dr. King was a great human being. I'm a human being, right? I'm not a soccer player, a basketball player. I'm a human being. So I'm not going to follow Michael Jordan's pattern, right? And I'm not going to be a fan of Michael Jordan sitting and cheering him on. He's living his best life. He's a basketball player. I'm a human being, and the issues that I'm dealing with actually affect all of them, including basketball players. But who am I going to pattern myself for? So I look at human beings that moved everything forward, right? And that's what I pattern myself after. And Dr. King would be one of those, included in some of that patterning. But I even looked higher than him, like the people that awakened others to the divinity that they had within them so that they can do that to others, the higher level of these things. So even higher than Dr. King, like a Jesus. I'm patterning myself after a Jesus, after a Christ. And imagine patterning yourself after a Christ, someone that attained Christ consciousness, same thing you can do in attaining what you feel that level would be, whatever that feeling is to you, and acting on that. You'd be acting just like Jesus would, right? And that doesn't mean that you're perfect. Jesus wasn't perfect, just like a person, just like you, had emotions, had feelings, had anger issues, all of these things, right? And could learn lessons and evolve and is on a spiritual journey itself. This is what I'm showing, a pattern and cycle, just a pattern cycle that it hasn't been seen before or is very rarely seen. When I asked how we could elevate the Truman Show and get more attention, this is what it's about now, because now all the things are set on the back end, all those things are done. So everyone's kind of picked their side. So you can see who's behind me now, right? And this is through attrition. This is through time. This is just through people just falling off, through my vibration not aligning with other people's vibrations, and my doing what I want to do, what I feel is the highest good, not aligning with others. So that just is like oil separating from water. It is what it is. No judgment in anything. But now I know who's behind me, and now that variable of what can happen with this, that, and the other is gone. And even if you look at some of the people that tried to be great leaders in the past, what how much good did those followers really do when it really came down to it, right? They were betrayed by them, they ran, they didn't follow the work, didn't keep the work going, didn't keep the idea going. A lot of ideas died with the leader. Look at Dr. King, right? That work could have kept going, and we're 50 years later saying, what are we going to do?